Alright, let's get into it. You're in the gym, you just crushed a brutal workout, you reach for that shaker bottle. You mix up that protein shake, slam it down, and you know you're feeding your muscles exactly what they need to grow. But have you ever stopped to think about what's actually in that powder? Where does this stuff even come from? It's not just some magic dust somebody cooked up in a lab. The story of whey protein is a wild ride. A journey that starts in a field with a cow, travels through processing plants, and ends up in your shaker cup, powering your gains. It's a fascinating process. We take something from nature and refine it into high-octane fuel for the human machine. Most people just see the finished product on a shelf. Understanding the process, the how, gives you new respect for what you're putting in your body. So, where does this all kick off? It starts in the most basic, primal place you can imagine: a farm. It all begins with milk. Yeah, good old-fashioned cow's milk. For centuries, we've used milk to make cheese. Cheesemakers heat a big vat of milk, then add special enzymes or an acidic substance like rennet. That catalyst causes the milk to curdle. Proteins clump together. The solid parts are called curds. Those curds get pressed and aged into cheese. But what about what's left behind? The curds separate from the liquid. That cloudy liquid is whey. For a long time, people didn't know what to do with it. Cheesemakers dumped it. They treated it as useless byproduct, pouring away what was actually liquid gold. Then scientists took a closer look. Lab analysis showed the liquid was packed with high-quality, fast-digesting protein, a complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids. Suddenly, that waste became a top commodity in fitness and health. The forgotten liquid was becoming the king of supplements. Okay, so the cheesemaker has done their thing. They've got their big clumps of curds, ready to be turned into delicious cheese, and they're left with this giant tank full of liquid whey. The first real step is getting that liquid separated and collected. The curds are carefully strained out, through massive filters and presses. This isn't just dirty water, it's a nutrient-rich soup. It contains protein, lactose, fats, minerals, and a lot of water. Not something you'd chug straight from the vat. The mission? Isolate the protein and remove the rest. First, the liquid whey is pasteurized, heated to a specific temperature for a short period to kill harmful bacteria. This is a critical safety step. After pasteurization, whey is prepped for the main event, filtration. Think of this stage as a treasure hunt. The treasure is the protein, hidden inside the big tank of liquid. The separation is the map. Filtration is the key. This initial separation is the gateway to everything that follows. Without it, there would be no whey protein as we know it. Now we get to the really cool part. This is where the science kicks in. It turns that cloudy liquid into a concentrated protein powerhouse. After the whey has been separated and pasteurized, it's sent through a series of incredibly fine, high-tech filters. Microfiltration, ultrafiltration. These processes use microscopic pores to separate molecules by size. It's a physical process, not a chemical one. Lactose and fats and minerals pass differently. Smaller lactose passes through. Larger protein molecules get caught on the filter. They essentially sift the liquid at a molecular level. The whey is pushed through filters multiple times. Each pass strips more non-protein components away, leaving a liquid increasingly concentrated with pure protein. By the end, you have a highly concentrated protein liquid, most of the water, lactose, and fat removed. It's a purification gauntlet. This filtering determines the type of whey protein. The amount of filtering impacts final protein concentration. Less filtering makes one product, more makes a more refined product. Dialing specs to hit the perfect protein to everything else ratio. It's a delicate balance to create products for different needs and budgets. By the end of filtration, the liquid is primed for the final step, turning into powder. Next, spray drying, the final transformation. So now we have this super concentrated liquid protein. It's pure, it's potent, but it's still a liquid. You can't exactly scoop a liquid into a shaker bottle, and it wouldn't last very long on a shelf. The final crucial step is to turn this liquid into a stable, easy-to-use powder. It's a process called spray drying. The concentrated whey liquid is pumped into a massive chamber and sprayed through a nozzle as a superfine mist. As the mist enters the chamber, it's hit with a blast of hot air. The heat evaporates the remaining water almost instantly, in a fraction of a second. It's so fast that the protein itself isn't damaged. The water vanishes and what's left are tiny dry particles of whey protein powder. These particles fall to the bottom of the chamber where they are collected. What you're left with is pure, unflavored whey protein powder in its most basic form. From here, manufacturers add the finishing touches: chocolate, vanilla, sweeteners, digestive enzymes, even creatine. This is the customization phase that tailors the base powder into the product you buy. The core ingredient, the high-quality whey, is all there thanks to spray drying. The journey is complete. What started as milk in a cow has been transformed through cheese making, separation, pasteurization, intensive filtration, and spray drying into a shelf-stable, convenient fuel. When you're staring at that wall of supplements, you see different labels on the tubs: whey concentrate, whey isolate, whey hydrolysate. What the hell is the difference? It all comes down to that filtration process we talked about. Whey protein concentrate. The first level of filtration. It still contains some lactose and fat, typically about 70 to 80% protein by weight. Whey protein isolate. More filtering, cross-flow microfiltration removes more fat and lactose, leaving a product that is typically 90% or more protein. Great for lactose-sensitive or very strict diets. Whey protein hydrolysate. Isolate taken further by hydrolysis. Enzymes break protein chains into peptides so it's pre-digested and absorbed faster. Often used by elite athletes, but pricier. For most people, a quality concentrate is perfectly fine. Great value and effective. If you're very sensitive to lactose or are on a strict cut, consider isolate. Hydrolysate is premium, fast but expensive. Choose the right tool for the job based on goals, budget, and needs. So we've gone through this whole insane process, from a cow on a farm to a powder in a tub. But why do we even go through all this trouble? It comes down to two simple things: speed and quality. When you finish a workout, your muscles are screaming for nutrients. You're in the anabolic window. Nothing gets there faster than whey. Whey floods your bloodstream with amino acids, especially leucine, the ignition switch for muscle protein synthesis. It's highly bioavailable and backed by research. Not just weird powder, but a brilliant transformation from agricultural byproduct to high-octane performance tool. Thank you for sticking with me. I genuinely appreciate your time and support. If this helped, share it with someone. If you enjoy this video and would like to see more videos like these, hit subscribe and the bell icon to turn on notifications to get notified when more videos are released. Also, like and share this video with someone you think would like or benefit from watching this video. Thank you, your support is greatly appreciated.